My name's Sydney Glenn, and my OBK is the Bedside Grooming Kit. I developed this occupation-based kit for a man we'll call JF, who was 58 years old and admitted to the acute care unit following an exacerbation of weakness and fatigue secondary to congestive heart failure and COPD. These issues led to him having poor upper extremity strength, endurance, activity tolerance, and balance, and he was unable to stand for more than 5 minutes before requiring a rest break, which significantly impacted his ability to complete simple ADL tasks like grooming. He also required standby assistance for safety and maintaining balance during functional mobility tasks. The patient goal that we focused on with JF was that he would be able to complete his daily grooming routine while seated at edge of bed independently within one treatment session. We used this as our goal to formulate the kit and add energy conservation techniques into it so that he would be able to complete the activity without significant fatigue and shortness of breath. So I call this the Bedside Grooming Kit. It contains different grooming supplies like a comb, a mirror, toothbrush and toothpaste, nail care kit, and also some beauty items in there as well for women if they're interested. As you can see, we're doing some pursed lip breathing here. It's important that the occupational therapist is present during this activity to help the client with some energy conservation techniques such as pursed lip breathing, as well as watching for any physical cues that might indicate fatigue or loss of breath. So this kit is really focused on maintaining occupational performance in regard to self-care tasks like grooming. Some of our clients aren't able to get to the sink where most of their grooming supplies would be in the hospital. So this allows them to maintain those abilities as well as working on energy conservation techniques while completing familiar tasks like brushing your teeth, shaving, washing your face, etc. The implementation of this kit was truly very successful with my client. The only modification I did have to make was that the box did not have the containers in it originally, so all of the items were kind of just thrown in there, and that made it kind of difficult for them to rummage through and grab. So I modified it by adding in the little dividers so that each of the grooming supplies had their own spot to sit in. My review of the literature focused on the importance of integrating ADL tasks into energy conservation techniques to make it more applicable for the client who is experiencing shortness of breath and fatigue secondary to cardiopulmonary diseases like COPD and congestive heart failure. And the literature really found that integrating energy conservation into daily tasks for people who are undergoing pulmonary rehabilitation significantly decreased their fatigue levels, so energy expenditure, decreased oxygen uptake, and also decreased their metabolic equivalent of tasks, so they're MET, and without significantly increasing the time it took them to complete the task. So it really supports the use of this occupation-based kit, so clients can complete these tasks while seated at edge of bed, standing at the edge of the bed, using pursed lip breathing, and they'll likely complete it in about the same amount of time as you or I would complete it. It might seem on the surface like this occupation-based kit isn't truly a skilled and justifiable service because it appears that we're only providing the supplies for our clients to complete their daily hygiene tasks. But it truly is essential that the occupational therapist is present with them so that we're able to educate them on the importance of maintaining personal hygiene, taking care of themselves, as well as using those energy conservation techniques. So educating them on how to make a daily routine so that the activities that require the most energy are completed when they have their peak energy throughout the day, as well as using pursed lip breathing so that they aren't experiencing shortness of breath during these activities, as well as being present to read the physical cues of the client, since we're trained to do that, to notice if they're experiencing fatigue and shortness of breath, and taking necessary measurements like oxygen saturation and blood pressure, and adjusting the activity as needed so that we're able to provide that just right challenge for our client as well. I hope you enjoyed this video on my occupation-based kit. Thank you to Aubrey for being my guinea pig, and thank you so much for watching.